Howdy y'all, it's Plain White Toast, just chilling on my porch again. So this is sort of an expansion on my first video about what is an exquisite corpse. So this is What is an Exquisite Corpse Part 2. In this one I'll discuss some of the variations and the way that the standard exquisite corpse has evolved over time, as I've done them at least. So Exquisite Corpse was already an active sort of game that people were playing in songwriting challenges when I first started doing FOM in 2009. I think 5090 was the first time I actually participated in an Exquisite Corpse. I thought it sounded like a really cool idea. Sometime not too long after that, probably by 2010 at least, I started organizing some myself. A lot of people are really interested in doing it. It's a fun, collaborative thing to do. So I'd end up organizing 1, 2, a half dozen over time over a particular songwriting challenge, FOM or 5090. 5090 was where things really started to change. One summer I came up with the idea of, I think it was in the summer, I think it was a 5090 I came up, it was either FOM or 5090, I came up with the idea of the Kaiju Exquisite Corpse, which instead of taking 5 to 7 people, you basically just got as many people to participate for as long as whatever challenge was going on. So if it was, you start at February 1st and it ends on the 28th, if it was FOM, you start on July 4th and end on October 1st if it was 5090. And you just get people to contribute as many pieces, you get as many people to contribute as many pieces as you can through the whole thing. And then you get this big monster exquisite corpse at the end of it once it all gets stitched together. And so yeah, that's the Kaiju Exquisite Corpse. And we've done several of those. Those have actually turned out to be pretty interesting. I think the biggest one we got had 27 contributions. I think there are only 19 actual different participants. I came up with a rule that if at least 5 other people had contributed pieces since the last time you contributed, that you could contribute another piece. So I think that one was 27 pieces contributed by 19 people. I know I myself contributed 3 to that one, if I'm remembering correctly. This was a 5090 corpse, I believe. I'm pretty certain it was. And it ended up being something like 39 minutes or something crazy like that, if I remember correctly. That's the Kaiju Exquisite Corpse. So another thing is that a lot of people would be afraid to do exquisite corpses because they didn't feel like they had the production quality that some of the participants do. So we started doing these things, the complex and the simple exquisite corpse, and that's basically the simple corpse is for people who are just going to be doing guy and guitar or girl and guitar type stuff. Is it gal and guitar? Either way, whatever. But yeah, so people who would just be doing simple, like acoustic arrangements of things. And then the complex were for people that were going to be doing more full arrangements with drum tracks and full instrumentation and higher quality, higher production values in general. And then there'd be like free-for-all corpses where, it's kind of just the traditional corpse that was always around where, it might go between high production values to someone playing their ukulele and singing, and then back into some other quality level. So yeah, that's Exquisite Corpse. Oh, well, and one more that I came up with was I felt bad because a lot of people who are lyricists would leave comments saying, I wish that we had something like this that we could do. So I came up with the idea of the lyrics first Exquisite Corpse, and that's where I got a group of lyricists, 5 or 7, whatever, and then a group of musicians who are willing to set what the lyricist came up with to music in an Exquisite Corpse sort of style. So the first lyricist would write enough lyrics for what they would think would maybe be a minute and a half of music, and they would send the last 4 lines to the next lyricist, who would then continue on from that to write what they would think would be about a minute of music. Again, a minute of lyrics. It's hard to, that's hard to quantify because, you can say a lot of lyrics in a minute, but when you think about songs, sometimes, just 2 lines can go on for a minute, just if it gets repeated or depending on how it gets sung. So that's, that was kind of interesting. And then what I would do is I would sort of chop those up, and it turned out on the first or the second one that I did that there was a different number. There were more lyricists than there were musicians. And so I sort of chopped the lyrics up a little unevenly, so you weren't getting one lyricist's lyrics to do your musical piece to. You're getting, maybe some of their lyrics and some of the next person's, or however it worked. But yeah, so then I just chopped up the lyrics, and I gave a set of lyrics to the first musician, and then they did their music, and they sent the last 10 seconds of their music to the second musician, and I sent them the next chunk of lyrics, and then so on and so on. So that's the lyrics first, and then music, Exquisite Corpse. So that was kind of fun to do. A nice way to let the lyricist participate in the Exquisite Corpse game. It's one of my favorite songwriting challenge games. Yeah, Exquisite Corpse. Well, thanks for watching. I'm probably going to do a couple other videos, so if I haven't already, then check them out. Most likely I'll have, I don't know, maybe I'll get fancy and I'll have like little links to them right here. I don't know, or here. Maybe I'll put something here.